Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. This time, I will change my taste a little and talk about Chinese food. I think everyone has an image that Chinese food is made with a strong heat, but there are also dishes that do not pass through the fire. It is called rayana. Cooked food takes time to cook, so wait while eating cool greens. Since Suzuna does not use fire, it is highly likely that you will get food poisoning if you do not prepare it in a clean environment. It is easy to make because it is simply mixed with the seasoning without cooking the ingredients, but it requires a strict business license. It is not well known even in China that this business license is required. In order to obtain this special permission, there are separate kitchen areas, dedicated equipment, and detailed dress regulations. In other words, sufficient space and equipment investment are required to obtain a permit. In China, even small shops serve cold greens, but they are probably not followed. Not many people know that there are strict rules for serving Suzuna. Small cafeterias will serve without knowing the rules. Based on this rayana rule, I will talk about Chinese food this time. Parents and children who have received money from restaurants using this rule for several years have become a hot topic. The location of the incident is Hunan Province. For several years, the restaurant has been accused of serving cold greens without a permit at this place, and has repeatedly demanded a large amount of compensation from the restaurant. It seems that this lawsuit was carried out in 2020. As a way to do it, I go to a shop that doesn't seem to have permission and order a cool greens called cucumber tataki. Cut the cucumber into appropriate sizes and mash it with a knife. It is a dish that puts the shop's own seasoning there. It's easy to make, but it's a perfect dish to accompany steak. Especially on hot summer days, it is recommended as a cheap and healthy dish to accompany beer. It's easy to make, so it's a product that many shops offer, but as I told you at the beginning, you need special permission. This parent and child go to a shop that doesn't seem to have a permit and order cucumber tataki. And after leaving the store, I will accuse the supervisory authority, and I will claim compensation from the store. When this was terrible, it seems that they were forced to provide even shops that did not offer cucumber tataki and reported it. There are also problems with shops that serve cool greens without permission, but there are also voices criticizing parents and children for overdoing it. As I mentioned earlier, there are special rules for serving rayana, and there are rules about what to wear and what to wear. Since this parent and child were too violent, it has become a trend that there is also a problem on the reporting side. There is an opinion that it is okay to report a shop that offers rayana without permission, so there are pros and cons. In the first place, there is a problem with the Chinese Communist Party government that made rules that few stores can follow. The Chinese Communist Party is good at making detailed rules. There are many rules that protect the rights of workers, such as not stealing the intellectual property rights of others. Foreign-affiliated companies strictly follow the rules, but in China as a whole, there are overwhelmingly more companies that do not. Therefore, there are detailed rules for rayana, but basically no one follows them. The Communist Party's method is to create many detailed rules, but many stores have no choice but to operate without following the rules. And stores that do not follow the rules will be left without cracking down immediately. Then the Chinese Communist Party can punish any shop at any time. Making rules that small shops and companies cannot follow means that the real economy is not in line. This time, the parents and children understood the Communist Party's methods and laws, and hoarded money. It's good to have strict rules when it comes to food. It is important for those who follow the rules to make rules that can actually be followed and to manage to follow the rules. Domestic media have argued that strict law enforcement should not be applied to this incident. The media is the same as the Chinese Communist Party. The Chinese Communist Party made the rules in the first place, so I don't know what you're saying. Stores with sanitary conditions will continue to operate as they are. Laws to protect food safety are actually being used to create interests for the Communist Party. In the case of China, public opinion is not taken into account when making laws. Since it is made for the convenience of the Communist Party, a distorted law will be created. By the way, China's spy crime is the same. We have created a clause that can say that everything is an act of spying, and if there is a person who the Chinese Communist Party wants to catch, it is a mechanism that can be caught. This is not limited to Chinese people, but the reality of Chinese society is that if you go to China, you never know when you will become a target of the Communist Party. In Japan, the people who make the laws are elected by the people, so extremely strange rules cannot be made. If the people don't have much interest in politics, or if they don't feel uncomfortable about the fact that there are strange rules, or if it doesn't lead to voting behavior, there is a possibility that strange laws will be created in Japan as well. In the case of Japan, it is not so much that strange laws are suddenly enacted, but that it is often the case that old systems and laws are no longer suitable for the present age, but it is difficult to change them. Think. If a vested interest is born, there is a relationship of benefit provision, so it is difficult to change. That's all for now. See you next time.